We're going to devote our energies to sports and gardening, all the cultural pursuits as far as they're concerned. In fact, we're going to put the goons to sleep. Meanwhile, we dig.
Here we go again.
Greetings and welcome to the Anadrome. This is Burn Power. It's about 10:30 at night here in Tbilisi, and I just got back from seeing the film Warfare, directed by Alex Garland, who has directed quite a few other interesting films, like last year's Civil War, but also Ex Machina, Annihilation, and others. But it's also co-directed by a guy named Ray Mendoza, and he was a veteran, a combatant, in the war, the Battle of Ramadi in 2006 in Iraq. And this film is essentially his very procedural take on war. Now, the reason I have to make this so soon is because I just got out of the theater and this thing is so overwhelming. And I want to recommend people to go see it. It's not a pleasant film. It is war. It is what I would call a war procedural. Is it as great as films like Saving Private Ryan and my all-time favorite war film, Come and See, by Elim Klimov? The answer is no. Why? Because it doesn't tell a full story. It tells one small detail, whereas those films contain these kinds of details in them. So you might look at this film as like the first 15 minutes or so of Saving Private Ryan, or the bombing sequence in Come and See, something like that. It's just staying on this the whole time. The film begins in an interesting sort of way. It starts with what's very obviously a video clip of dancers, people exercising, getting their cardio. And they are dancing to Eric Pryde's Call on Me, which is a clip from Steve Winwood's song, Call on Me. And in many ways, the most haunting part of this film comes with this video and its relationship to the rest of the film. And that is, when you first start watching the video, you're watching these girls doing their exercises in skimpy leotards and things like this. And you're saying, okay. And then you cut to the guys who are in Iraq watching this, and they're all like, this is what we're fighting for, is these beautiful women, this music, this sense of freedom, and they're all kind of teasing each other. And then there's a hard cut. One of the most interesting cuts I've ever seen in a film. You don't even get the echo of that music. Just as it's building up, it's like, snap. It's totally quiet. It's nighttime. They're crawling along an Iraqi city street. Interestingly enough, the whole thing, I believe, was filmed in London. It must have been a set, much like Stanley Kubrick's For Full Metal Jacket. I won't go into all of it because, like I say, it's a procedural. The first part of their stay in this building is rather monotonous, the way war often is. However, something is coming, and so every little action feels pregnant with something. And then it comes. And I'm not going to go into a lot of details except to say, soon you are engulfed in this siege upon this house. And it's just, you're overwhelmed. the sound. There is one particular explosion, which I won't mention where it is, but when it comes, it is the most shocking thing I've experienced in a film, especially seeing it on the big screen. It's like you're sitting there, you're expecting one thing, and then bam! It's like, that is interesting because the cut at the beginning does the same thing too. It's just a cut that sucks the air out of the room. And this is an explosion that sucks the air out of the room. And after that, you can't trust anything anywhere to happen. And it's just incredible. I would rate this very, very highly as a war film. It's not for the faint of heart. If you're squeamish, don't go. It's not a date night movie. This is a movie for people who want to be confronted, because I think Alex Garland's message here, and in Civil War too, but I think less successfully in Civil War, because he was connected with certain conventions that didn't quite... this film should have been more like that film. That is, that film should have been more like this film, have those moments of utter lostness in the middle of things. Because, in fact, what he's trying to communicate is like, please, let us not descend into conflict leading to war. And if you get that, if that's the only thing you get out of this message, I could tell you about actors. There's some good actors in here. There's no point even mentioning names, because the star of the show is war. The star is not these individuals. You're not following anyone in particular. You are following the person. I mean, it's all based on a real event. You are following the guy who's playing Ray Mendoza. Is it Mendez? Mendoza. Oh, we'll say Mendoza. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll correct myself right there. But no, it's the war is the star of the show, and what an evil star it is. And what's really interesting is the last shot, because suddenly these people who have been the enemy start to look really human. And and you realize that is what war is like. You have these people fighting each other. They're there because they have to be. They're not necessarily connected to each other at all. They're killing each other. They're committing outrageous acts. And then it's over. And what is this thing called peace? So, that's all I'm going to say. It does not hold up a specific political type of message. In fact, it just says, this is war. Do you want any more? And I think the answer should be no matter what you believe politically. So that's it. I just wanted to get this out of my system before I went to bed or did anything else, or, got a glass of milk out of the refrigerator, or, got myself comfortable again. Go see it. Go see it. And support the channel. And what else shall we say? Subscribe. Give me a like. Help the algorithms find me. Pass this around. And as they say here in Georgia, and that's another thing, because I'm in Georgia and there are some political tensions right now, I felt, it's like we're not that far from that zone where people are doing all the fighting. And it makes you think very seriously. But then again, there's tensions everywhere these days. And that's all I'll say. From Tbilisi, Georgia, where they say Droibit, temporarily, we will meet again.
When I go, I want you to give me 5 minutes. I told you boys I'm no escape artist. For the first time, I like the odds.
At the round earth's imagined corners, blow your trumpets, angels, and arise from death, you numberless infinities of souls.
Where are you guys?
Look for the blood in the smoke.
Multiple bad guys trying to get to our position.
Inbound! Inbound! Find cover!
1 minute out!
We have enemy on our building and all surrounding buildings.
Roger that. Stand by. Going hot.
Better get ready, man. This is gonna hurt.
On my count. 1, 2, 3.